Hello, friends. Welcome to another session of the interactive Kibitzing. Well, it's a session. Welcome to another interactive Kibitzing session. And we're just waiting for the players to sit down. Here they are. I'm playing with Rhoda Walsh against Leon and Ira. And welcome. And remember, this is a space in which you can ask questions using your common sense to ask questions in lulls in the play when I'm dummy or when somebody's thinking for a long time. But other than that, you should just butt in. And here we have an interesting setup. It's not common to see two passes up to the, but this is a four spade opening bid at any seat, I think. So let's do it. And let me I will invite the kibitzers here once in a while. But hello, Barbara. Good to see you.
Good morning, Paulo.
You will be promoted to co-host right now. There you are.
Thank you.
Welcome. And low, maybe your sound is really low or mine is really low. Hi there. Let me just increase my sound a little bit. Yeah, it was really low.
Okay, that's better.
There you go. Got it. And so, as I said, it is a very uncommon situation to have two passes coming up to this hand. But that's what we got. And we have apparently four top losers unless diamonds are blocked, which is not that unlikely. So let's just do what comes naturally, which is draw trumps and lead a club. There is a little gain in not drawing the second trump because they would always switch to diamonds. There's no alternative for them. If they had an alternative, let's say we had a small heart in dummy, I would not draw this second trump because I don't want them to be able to signal. And so I would draw only one round of trumps before leading a club. But as the cards are, if they can cash three diamonds, I'm down, and they will surely shift to diamonds at some point. So it really depends on the layout. There's nothing I can do. Need to hope for two diamond honors blocking the suit. Doesn't look like this is going to happen after this low shift. Good shift from Ira. He apparently has ace queen. That said, it's probably a good result because, well, it's very easy to see them making certainly more than 50 in hearts, maybe even, let's count their tricks. One club, one spade, one heart. Yes. It was very easy. We needed clubs 4-2 to make them make 10 tricks in hearts.
Yep, and no other chance.
Yep. So we lost one imp, but that's nonsensical.
Absolutely nothing.
That so often happens in these BBO comparisons. Okay, 19 high card points. That's a balanced hand that starts with a better minor and then jumps to no trump if partner doesn't bid hearts. There you go. No hearts means to no trump by us. So that is a not exactly natural bid, the new minor after a no trumper bid, even at the 3 level. She's usually looking for a 5-3 fit. And Ira is suggesting a diamond lead. I will bid my hearts. This should deny 3 spades. And that's the cost of conventions, artificial bids. If Rhoda was playing, well, luckily we have a hard fit apparently, but if we could see each other's cards and not inquire about a 5-3 spade fit, just beat 3 no trumps, that would give less opportunity for this kind of lead directing double. But if she has hearts, I'm happy with, regardless of what she has. She's probably not very long in diamonds. I would guess 2. Her hand should be 5 or 1. And so let's think about it. That's a funny spade combination in which the right play is to play the queen, which is very unintuitive. That said, I don't think that this is probably the right play here because Ira has already stuff in diamonds. Would he have the king of spades as well? I'm thinking about spades because the natural play here is to, at some point, draw trumps, discard a club from dummy in our ace of diamonds, and finessing clubs, of course, but then at some point run spades. Ira's double with weak diamonds, missing the ace and the king, should come from a hand that has side entries. I'm switching my impressions here. Maybe I should play him for the king of spades and lead the queen. I should plan for the heart queen offside, because if it's on side, I don't see how we can get in trouble here. But I think that the fancy play of the queen of spades, even though it's slightly better percentage-wise, I think it is not the right way to go here because we'll block the suit. So let's just play ace and spade. Funny pause. This looks like king jack third, especially because they're playing upside down and there was a tiny echo, very tiny echo. He's trying to take the entry out of dummy. Maybe he will be able to do it. And then okay, he didn't. So now I think I should just cash 2 hearts, 2 top hearts, because the finesse really is only important when Ira has 4 to the queen. It's the only case in which the finesse is really critical. And now I can rough a diamond. Rough a spade, presumably establishing the suit. Maybe not. Yeah, I did. So now I cash the ace, discard my club, and lose the queen of hearts. Eight for us. Go figure once again. I don't know how we can get 8 imps from this, but people are going down in the trumps instead of finding the hearts. Bridge is tough, but it does not need to be as tough. People, look at how many people are in no trumps instead of in hearts. It's amazing how people can not look for a 4-4 major suit fit. Okay, Rhoda is opening a 15 to 17, no trumps. I think I'll close my window. I don't like that environmental noise here. I'll be right back. Okay, this should be better for our ears. We don't hear the buses outside. 7 high card points. This is the kind of hand that would do great in hearts if we had a heart fit. But we don't have any system to, after Stamen, stop in a good contract. Basically, I don't want to play 2 no trumps here if she doesn't have a heart fit. There's also the singleton spade means that when we have a heart fit, they often have a spade fit. And so maybe it'll make it easier for them to find their spade fit if we just bid more. Now, this is a very good 3 no trumps. And this is because we have quick tricks in the aces and kings and a 6-card long club suit. So I know this style of open 1-0 trump with 6-card minors is popular. Rhoda is probably with the majority here, but I have to say I don't like it. I like bidding my long suits. I would have opened that hand 1 club. I don't know if we would have gotten there because it's a very different situation once I get a glimmer that she might have long clubs. On the other hand, the 1 club opening bid would probably allow for a spade over call. So you have trade-offs here. We make 5 clubs also, right? Unless they can draw 2 trumps. 5 clubs is a reasonable contract. But we're in 1-0 trump. This is not a very interesting hand in the play. Unless clubs are 4-0. And if they are, they make 4 spades. Don't believe in clubs 4-0. When they have so many spades, usually the hands are, and they didn't bid, usually the hands are quite balanced. And so clubs 2-2 were the best bet at that point. I might imagine myself opening no trump with a 6-card minor suit, but it has to be a very bad minor suit, a suit that I would be ashamed of rebidding. So let's say she had the queen 6th, jack 6th. I think that's the kind of suit that I would open 1-0 trump with. Take away the king of clubs, place it in spades, for example. King, queen, 3rd. I still don't like too many aces and quick tricks, but it's more reasonable to my mind to not bid clubs when your clubs are really bad.
It seems kind of strange that George didn't come in, that Ira didn't come in with some sort of a spade bid there.
Now that I see his hand, I agree.
Hmm.
7 spades. It is very strange. I don't
Yeah.
know if they're playing some kind of conventions. Some people, if you play, for instance, that the way to show a 1 suited bid is to be 2 clubs
Mm-hmm.
or double, he might have thought that this would give us too much information and make our auction easier. As indeed it would. It would be easier for us to find a hard fit if we had it after such an intervention, but not after 2 spades.
Yeah, seems
So if
strange.
you're playing 2 spades as natural, I don't know if they are. If they're playing it spades and a minor, who knows? Should ask them. But I will ask them. I'll ask Ira.
Yeah, they don't have a convention card posted.
No, I'll do it. I won't do it now because that might uh, give him ideas. I don't want him to think that I am asking about it just because I find his passivity weird. I want him to play uh, relaxed. But I will ask him after the session. But if two spades is available as a natural overcall, I would bid it every day of the week, even though we're full versus not. 7 card suits headed by the ace king should be bid. Never seen anything go wrong because I bid a 7 card suit headed by the ace king. Looking for spades. After Ira made a self-invitation, he invited and accepted himself. Which means, incidentally, sometimes if you're playing against a very tricky player, Ira is moderately tricky. He's not very tricky. But that the 3-diamond bid was fake. Because if he was planning to go to game all the time, could have been 3 diamonds with too little, just trying to fend off a diamond lead, something like that. We don't know, but I had a very natural lead here. Jack 10, 9, 8, 7. No reason to try other suits. But we'll see soon if Ira had a real or a fake 3-diamond bid. Looks real. He wouldn't be messing with diamonds if he had a fake 3-diamond bid. And so if it's real, he should have 4 diamond tricks, 4 spade tricks, 2 hearts, since he should have ace queen. He's losing another club. Okay. It's the 11 tricks that we just counted. 10 tricks, actually. He made 10. 4 spades, 2 hearts, and 4 diamonds. Not a fake 3-diamond bid. But it raises the question, what was he thinking of slam? He was. That's the answer to the question. He was thinking of slam if partner showed more signs of life. Optimistic to my taste. I'm not a big fan of pushing into slams. I like to push into games, not into slams. So we should take this out into 2 diamonds for sure, considering our vulnerability. Two diamonds bound to be much safer than 1 of trumps. 1 trump can go down 2 or 3 easily. Those vulnerable under tricks can be expensive. If Rhoda has some mild fit with me, she can bid 3 diamonds, but I guess this auction would end here 90% of the time. Interesting that Leon is considering making a move. His partner didn't bid 1 heart over 1 club, so if Leon is very short in hearts, he might consider going somewhere else. This is a dangerous auction for Ira to butt in because Rhoda can have 4 hearts. Oh, I see. He just stopped for a non-related, non-bridge related reason. Going to take meds. Anyway, as I said, it was a bit dangerous for Ira to butt in here because Rhoda's 1-0 trump rebid playing the wash style. We are playing with Rhoda wash, so we're playing the wash style. Can hide 1 or even 2 major suits. Okay, diamonds make the trick. Diamonds are 2-2. Okay. I should roll these 2 diamonds. Why didn't Ira bid a heart? He may have club length. And if that is the case, we should perhaps shift to hearts to prevent a club rough in dummy. Let's roll this shape. 3-2, 4-4. Would be 4-4 in the blacks. 3 hearts, 2 diamonds. Looks like that's the best bet, unless Ira is bidding a 4-card heart suit, which I don't believe. It's likely. But if he has 5 hearts as he should, then Rhoda has 2-3 in the reds, possibly 4-4 in the blacks, which means I shouldn't be concerned about spade establishment and drive out that diamond entry from them. Yeah, so I've convinced myself that I should play a heart. The 9. So summing up, I'm playing Rhoda to have 4-3-2-4 in order, 4 spades, 3 hearts. Sorry, yeah, 3 hearts, 2 diamonds and 4 clubs. And in that case, the trump shift is to minimize the chance of club roughs in dummy. If she has 4 spades, I shouldn't be worried about the threat of spade establishment in dummy. Which means that we should lead trumps rather than diamonds. Rhoda is, perhaps this is, she has a vulnerable trump holding. She doesn't want to lead a trump from her hand. I was hoping that she would have something like ace third of hearts. If she had ace third of hearts, she could play ace and a heart now, but she probably doesn't, since she didn't play a heart. She might have something like king jack third of hearts. If she had king jack third of hearts, maybe it would have been better for her to insert the jack. And maybe not. We'll see. If she doesn't have the ace of hearts, the most likely holding for her, since she doesn't have the ace of clubs, Let's count the high card points. We had 6, and then we had 7. 13, 27 missing, which means Ira has a nice hand. Because Rhoda is limited to 13 or 14. And so Ira should have the ace of clubs, maybe the ace of hearts. That's a one heart over call by my lights, by the way. Can it be that he has 5 clubs and 4 hearts? That may be the case. He bid a heart with only 4. Something very strange is going on here after this club shift. But looks like Ira has 5 clubs. That's club discard, surely. Sorry. What is discard and the king of clubs? And that gives Ira ace jack. And indeed Rhoda had 4 hearts. 3 more tricks for them. They were in a 4-3 fit. Yeah, once we had diagnosed that Ira had a nice hand, it's not a weak hand, but a strong hand for the bidding. The possibility of hearts being 4-3 became more likely. Here we go, next one. Bidding my strong suit means I'm happy passing. Now Rhoda will possibly bid something. I have a spade raise here. Over the double. That's the worst bid that I could hear from her. My bid will be 1-0 trump if they let me, if they force me to bid something. If Ira passes. But it's uncomfortable. This is a dangerous situation that most people don't recognize. This is one situation in which playing support redoubles is quite bad. And it's very popular. But you want to redouble with the east cards when you have extras and you're hoping that south has this kind of hand. And so that north-south are in trouble. That's what the redouble like east should mean, but most people play it as 3 hearts.
So you don't like support doubles?
Support doubles are bad, but support redoubles are horrible.
Okay.
Support
And
doubles
hard
are
to
better.
remember too.
Support doubles are less are inferior to general takeouts, extra showing doubles.
Okay.
Doubles in itself, because the double here is a very risky action. Here we are not full versus full, so of course the scoring table is in our favor, but at other vulnerabilities, it is very risky to come in between 2 bidding opponents. If
Okay.
partner has a misfitting hand, weak misfitting hand, like the one that I have, switch the colors. Imagine that we are vulnerable, they're not. And that Rhoda has what most people would double with, something like ace jack 4th and ace queen 5th in the unbid suits.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to get crushed in 1-0 trumps.
Good to know. Thank you.
Just imagine what would happen if Rhoda has 11 with a 5-4 black hand. And I have, as you see, 5. So we have 16 high card points. No fit. Vulnerable, if we are vulnerable. So we're defending two hearts. It's a very low contract given dummy, which is stronger than it might be. I would not have passed two hearts. I would have bid two no trumps, I think, with Ira's hand. Sometimes my partner has a diamond honor. That's all I need for three no trumps. We know he doesn't, but Ira doesn't. Okay, we're playing here. Two hearts. We're gonna rough this, of course, and lead a diamond just because there's nothing better to do. Maybe Rhoda will rough. No, she cashes the ace. Let's see if another club is coming. Yeah, she has six clubs. Yeah, six clubs shows, so she doesn't want to give another finesse. Now there's going to be a surprise when Rhoda over roughs. But still, two hearts is so low that I can't see it being beaten. I don't see roughing high, roughing with my jack helping here. Might help if Rhoda had a double to queen, but she doesn't. Which means that the Clara has six heart tricks. Two spades is 8. And two clubs, 10. Why didn't I count 10? What is the trick that I missed? I'll see it soon. I was relaxed because I was thinking there's no way we can make a lot of tricks here. Six hearts, two clubs, the ace, and two spades. Oh, he didn't make six hearts because he got over roughed, yes. And made only five hearts. Eight clubs, vulnerable. In a hand that is good for defense, because if my suit was headed by the king instead of the ace, I would have zero tricks. Here I have one, maybe two, if Rhoda has a club shortness. So that argues for conservatism, not opening 4 or even 5. 5 would be horrible, but 4 with 8 would typically be an alternative. But I think I will go low with this hand. Open only 3.
Favorable vulnerability, would you have opened at 5?
Not with this hand, no. 4.
No.
To me, is 3 or 4. 5 is too much. Even
Okay.
not Vu versus Vu, because I have a lot of defense. In this hand, if all that we need is for Rhoda to have the ace of hearts and a singleton club, and then we defeat 4 spades.
Okay, thank you.
So no singleton club, but maybe a heart rough if she has the spade ace. So one possibility is to shift to a heart here. That is quite strong. The other possibility is to just play a trump, play passively. But I think that's probably not going to help us here because that is very strong for 4 spade raise. I think going passive will not be enough. The Rhoda doesn't have the ace of spades, so Declare has a gazillion tricks. 6 spades, a club rough, 7, ace, king, and ace. No club rough, but then the king of diamonds and the hearts are established, 12 tricks. 12 tricks. And we would have made 8 in 5 clubs, so that's already 800. Okay, 17 card points. This is the kind of not exactly balanced hand that I'm inclined to open one on trump with. Very bad long suit, hearts concentrated in the doubletons. The alternative is to open a club and then repeat one spade over a red response. I'm not strong enough for a club one something two spades. That's game forcing. I'm very far from that. Oh, that's a whole different ball game. Now we need to use a Jacoby trumps. Jacoby to no trumps, and if she has a club shortness, then we are off to the races. Let me alert this just so that you know. So, if she doesn't have a club shortness, I still have such great trumps and controls that I won't give up. Unless she bids 4 spades. 4 spades means a dumpster hand. Now, this should be a balanced hand. I know she doesn't have a shortness because otherwise should be the shortness and a max. And so we can probably go to 6 if we have enough key cards. There is some chance that we need something in clubs. I will be a little bit more technical and bid 4 diamonds here. Because if she doesn't have the ace or the king of clubs, of course we don't want to be in 6, but also maybe we even don't want to be in 5. Perhaps. Now this 4 hearts should show something in clubs because I skipped over clubs. Now 4 no trumps becomes quite safe. If we have enough key cards, we are going to 6. As a general rule, tip, when you have excellent trumps, which is the case here, your partner has very bad trumps, which means that you should take charge. You should not waffle.
Has been crossed before by his
So
woman.
this is 0 or 3,
Because probably
which means 3. Not 0 for sure. But I still need a second club control because she may have a double 20. I will not look into 7, in spite of the 3. I might bid something like 6 diamonds here. Should focus on, please bid on, unless if you have no club losers. But that's that's for established partnerships only. I'll just stop in 6, and if she has something like ace king doubleton of clubs, then we probably could make 7. There you go. It's king doubleton of clubs. But if she had the queen of hearts instead of the king of clubs, it's a 0% 7. If she had the queen of clubs, she might still get enthusiastic about it, and it's not enough for 7. As I said, I think the proper way to bid this hand in an established partnership, which me and Uli are not quite there yet. I mean, people who have played with each other for years and practiced a gazillion bidding hands together, would be forced out at this point to bid 6 diamonds, showing that he's concerned about clubs, skipping over clubs once again. Something to be discussed with Lode. But generally speaking, I don't want to be in 7 without a lot of certainty of what's going on. Just invite the kibitzers once again here.
Yeah, I've been sending out the link to everybody.
Oh, okay, so I'll not do. Thank you, Bob. Okay, that's a 2-heart raise. Raising partner is one of the greatest thrills in the game. You should always look for opportunities to raise your partner. But now I have a balanced hand and no inclination to bid further. And I'll lead a low heart. In some situations, I'd lead the jack, but I don't expect this to be helpful here. You have to hope that that's hard to defeat 2 spades with 2 aces and a nice fit in them. Unless Sarah has been fooling around with a very weak overcall. But let's still hope. In imps, we always have to hope for something good turning up. What would it be? Rhoda with a king of hearts and double an ace of clubs? Well, that's not the case because if Rhoda had only the ace of hearts, on the king of hearts, then I would let it run to his queen. On winning my king, I should certainly shift to a diamond. And I'll shift to a non-deuce because I would,
Wow. I'm trying to be as supportive and energetic as possible.
I would like to see partner shifting to clubs if she can at some point. Ace 9. Once again, Ira is not letting it run to his hand, so it's possible that Rhoda has something like king 9, doubleton. Even with that, I think Ira would let it run to his hand. Ira should have the king of hearts for the trick 1 play. It's peculiar that he didn't expect me to have the king. Unless he has 3 small, and Rhoda is winning the king from king queen. It's possible too. Who has the queen of hearts? That's a big thing. That's still uncertain at this point. If Ira had the queen of hearts, normal play would be to duck at trick 1, because sometimes I led from the king. If Rhoda had the queen of hearts, then she should win with the queen, not the king. It still looks like it's Ira. He's not ruffing in heart, hitting point. Let's stop this because we play second hand low. And here comes the queen. So Ira is 5, 3, 2, 3. And he's capturing the doubleton 10 of clubs at this point. Or he has queen jack 10 of clubs. Yeah. We needed to shift to a club and get the club rough as I was trying to convey. Maybe I should have played the 8 of diamonds instead of the king. I don't know. We had to make the, but I still don't understand why Ira didn't let the first trick run to his queen. Give him a tempo. He would not have to lead hearts from dummy. to establish his queen. Very mysterious, everything. And notice that we had to shift to diamonds before getting the club ruff. Otherwise, he would discard the diamond on the fourth club in dummy. And I could foresee that because my clubs were king, 4, 3, 2. So when I won the king of spades, if we just got our club ruff immediately, then he would be able to draw trumps, go to dummy with the ace of diamonds, discard a diamond on the 9 of clubs, and then make the same number of tricks. We needed to cash a diamond, then get a club ruff. New hand. A diamond, spade, 2 diamonds, 2, 3 diamonds. If Ira bids 3-0, which is the only thing that I might be concerned with, I lead a heart. If he doesn't, then this is a small deal. Excellent support. Way too strong for 3 diamonds in my reckoning. I would bid 3 diamonds with at least 1 fewer diamond, which may mean 1 fewer trick. With only 3 diamonds, yes. I would not bid only 3 diamonds here. I would bid something else. It depends on your system. If it is 2 hearts, if 2 hearts is artificial, that's a tough auction, by the way. A diamond, a spade, 2 diamonds. Everything is so high that it's hard for you to identify opportunities for more sophisticated bidding. Okay, so now Ira has 3 kings we've seen so far. If he has the ace of spades, they could have made a gazillion of trumps, so I have to play Rhoda for the ace of spades. I need a high spade so that she knows that I don't have anything in spades. And if she has the ace of spades and the queen of hearts, for example, then she will cash that. And she has ace jack 10. Oh, she has all. She's got it all. And so, which means that Ira will ruff a few hearts and make 11 tricks. Or 12 if he has a queen of hearts. No, only 11. Okay. The club lead gave a trick, but it's the 10th or the 11th. I would like to be in 3-0 trumps with these cards. We have 8 top tricks and 2 kings. Both aces are offside, but still you have reasonable chances, especially played by West. Very nice cards they gave me. It's a big pass. One thing that I like to do when I have cards like this is to make a mental bet of how much I would like them to bid. Here, I like them to stop in game. I don't want them to bid a slam. It's kind of a rubber bridge habit because I don't want them to score big numbers. Even if it's a lay down slam, I wish them to stop in game. Maybe they will. Nobody's jumping so far, but let's see what Ira has to say about that. And if they stop in game, especially if they stop in game without looking for anything else, we know that Rhoda has a big hand, right? Because there you go. But if Ira had been trained on trumps, pass, so we would know that Rhoda has at least 13, 12, 13 high cut points. which would mean that she had a hand that could not act over one diamond. Typically, this would show either long diamonds or long clubs, long and bad clubs or long diamonds. This 4-no trump bid is usually about clubs. They are about to play 6 clubs, so I shouldn't be worried about the lead. Maybe they'll play 6-no trumps. But looks like clubs to me. There you go, 7 clubs. And my hand here is about hoping that Rhoda has a surprise trick. Lost my bet. I wanted them to stop in game and they are bidding 7. I must have a huge hand. Let's look at it. Well, our only hope is that the player has 3 small spades. Then we have a spade trick. Nope. 7-no trump easily with 15 tricks. 5 diamonds, 5 clubs, 3 spades, and 2 hearts. 15 tricks for them. Okay, 17 high-cut points. But 4th to speak. They are not full. Only 1 heart. Well, this focuses us on spades. Leon proof. It be tricks. Not counting the long spades. Counting the long spades is 17. Okay, so now I did the simple 2 spades. I have much more than I might. I wasn't expecting a heart raise though. I could double and beat spades later. I think I'll do that. With spades, you can do this kind of maneuvers. Unless partner bids 5 clubs, which I don't think likely. But if she bids anything else, I can always correct to spades. Her heart shortness means that the spade expectation opposite is very high. I will not let them play 4 hearts here. I will bid 4 spades over 4 hearts. One reason for that is that I just mentioned that the spade expectation in Rhoda's hand is very high. Another is that Wes is showing high card strength in clubs, which is good for me. And the final reason, psychological reason, is that it's very easy for them to sacrifice at these colors if we go to 4 spades. And I would welcome that. I would like to defend against 5 hearts doubled, but not 4. Interesting. This is the kind of hand that sometimes I would redouble if it were for money. Okay, that was optimistic of me. Let's do our roughing at some point. So he'll shift to a spade, running to the king, to the jack, or this. And now let's see if the spade, jack, or the 9 is working. Spades 5-1. So he has king 10-9 fifth. Okay. And 4 diamonds. Interesting. So his hand is 5-4-3-1. So I could lead a low heart now, and even if it's the 9, now I am in bad shape. He'll discard a diamond, but I'm in bad shape. Doubt. Ira claims. Yeah. Next keys. All we needed was another spade in Rhoda's hand to make 4 spades. Great. Considering whether Rhoda should double 3 clubs or not, I don't know. She had the opportunity to show club strength by doubling 3 clubs, but that could help the opponents. I'm not sold on that idea yet. Now let's raise her, but not very violently because my hand is very flat. Probably only 2. Depends on what Ira will say. Well, now I have to raise 3. Just because sometimes she has a very strange 2 suited hand, sometimes 5-6, something like that, that decided to not bid on first round and thinks that this is enough to go to 4. Nice lead. Should be from the queen, because leading from 3 little is very unattractive here. So it looks like we have 2 diamond tricks to cash. If she's leading third, she would have something like queen 8-5-3, queen 6-5-3, something like that. So we are hoping for a club trick to go with 2 diamond tricks and 1 spade trick. Let's see the card. Rhoda would have the ace of spades, ace queen maybe, ace queen of spades, queen of diamonds, queen of hearts. That's 10. She can have a club trick. Unfortunately, it's not possible. That she has both the ace and spade of spades and the club trick. Being a passed hand, no, not possible. There you are. The 3 tricks that we counted and nothing else. We have 10 kibitzers with me 11 in the session right now. And at this little breaks, as I said, ask away, comment away, suggest away. Mic is open. 7 imps for them because people are not bidding their game. Or going down on 1 and 4 spades. They have 5 tricks to cash, right? Ace, king, and ace. It is a good sacrifice, 500, but it wouldn't be worth a lot of imps. So instead of losing 7, we would be losing 6. In imps especially, we shouldn't be worried chasing this kind of sacrifice. That gains us 3 imps when it's right, loses 5 when it's wrong. All we needed for it to be wrong was the king of spades offside. Interesting acceleration of the bidding. After 3 passes, I'm content. I will not bid 4 diamonds, which is the only reasonable bid here. Ira did a creative. Go away. Go away. Now, 8 of spades. This might, I don't believe in an underlead from the ace with the 8. So I'll just play low. Sometimes she's leading from 10, 8, 4th. Or 3 little spades. We have some chances here, considering that there was no one hard opening bid. We might get a spade rough still. That's why I'm playing low cards all the time to indicate my possible entries in clubs. Rhoda should have 2, 3, 5, 3 with the king of clubs to justify his immediate pitch. And that would give us 2 hard tricks and 2 club tricks. And the player is trying to lose a spade rough anyway. That's strange. What's going on? Oh, she has 3 trump tricks. I see. Interesting. She led a singleton. Okay. It's good that I saved my spot cards. And now the player is 5, 5, 1, 2. And Rhoda is 1, 3, 5, 4. So we lost a club trick. And she should have cashed ace king of hearts to prevent the Claire from roughing that spade. No reason not to. Not that I can see at least. Long pause. 10 high card points. Vulnerable versus not. No 2 diamonds from me. It's a crappy suit and 3 side kings. Good when you don't open 2 diamonds and hear 1 diamond opening bid. Brings warmth to my heart. Well, no trumps it is. I have stoppers. And a max. If she makes any move towards game, I'll get there. Bullish, vulnerable versus not with this kind of hand. Not a lot wasted in diamonds. If my stoppers were king, jack of diamonds, and I had 1 fewer king elsewhere, my hand would be much worse for offense, for making tricks. We want our stoppers to be weak in high cards, not concentrated in high cards. But no, we stopped in 1 trumps. She has a minimum. Hard to lead. Interesting situation. They will duck a spade for sure. And then I will probably have to try to get extra tricks by long diamonds. But let's go through the first few motions. They are quite marked. King of hearts, the king of spades, then a low club from my hand. And the heart ducked. Now, if Leon has led from 3, doesn't look like it because it didn't. So if his hand is 4-4, it may be still. Let's think about high cards. We had 20 combined high cards in our hand, and Ira has shown the jack of clubs on. We have to play the queen of spades because we need a threat over their heads. Okay, so now we know that Leon had 1-4-5-3 or 1-4-6-2. 6-2 would give Ira a void. Don't believe it. But 1-4-5-3, maybe ace queen 10 of clubs, ace queen of diamonds, queen jack of hearts. That's 13. Doesn't have to be all that, but still, that's our best. That's our best move. I reckon still have a few queens here and there. Ideally, he would have the queen of diamonds singleton. That would not be bad. That 8 of diamonds kind of looks like it, to be honest. It's upside down carding. Why is it discarding the 8 if he has ace queen? Looks like he doesn't have the queen of diamonds. So Ira would have the ace of spades and jack of clubs, maybe the queen of clubs as well, and the queen of diamonds. That would be bad. Let's see if they'll cash. Okay. So now we can play in many different ways. You'll cash the ace of clubs and give me a diamond. Or give me a diamond and then cash the ace of clubs. Down two. Not bad. Considering the horrible misfit. Not bad. 15 haircut points. 2 doubleton queens. That one I would open one club, but be tempted to open one of clubs. Perhaps if I were the first to speak, but not the last. With being the last, I want to find the safest part score. One club be open. Now we have to get something. And it could be one on trump or one spade. I'll go with one on trump at this point. Don't want to overstate my spades. One advantage of one on trump is that you might find a better hard contract than if we bid one spade. Let's see if that is the case. Very suspicious of the one club in third position. Anyway, there are 21 with us, 15 with them, 7 of clubs was the lead. This, I'll play the jack. Just because of the king is here, as it looks like. He knows that I have the jack since I already didn't land it, didn't lead it. Okay, so now we have Ira's apparently doubleton in spades. Playing trumps here is risky because I can maybe stranded for my tricks. That's shift quick as a lightning to the 10 of spades is concerning. Let's say he has 4 clubs and 2 spades. Then he would have 4 hearts and 3 diamonds. Let's do this. And I have it all. As without the king of spades, you would have 3 aces. Yes, you can. So I think it's best to play for that. Which means cashing this king of clubs. I don't know if I should discard a spade or not. 7 and 6 of clubs. I wanted to see that card from Rick before playing. But it looks like I have to discard the spade because I want to rough diamonds and dummy at some point. That in my hand at some point. So I'm playing Ira to have 5-2 in the blacks, 4-3, 4-2 or 3-3. This stop looks like 4 hearts into diamonds. So Ira would have 2, 4, 2, 5. That's what it looks like to me, this pause. With 3 to the ace, he would duck the moment's thought. If he has ace jack doubleton, that's the kind of holding that he would be torn. Well, not ace jack doubleton, but still. Let's keep on roughing our tricks. Roughing merrily to and fro. So he had 4 diamonds. Interesting. So it's 5-4, 2-2. Very interesting. Which means that I might rough low. Here I have to rough low and hope that he has no 10 or jack of hearts. If he has 10 or jack of hearts, I'm dead anyway. So let's rough low. He'll cash the ace of hearts, but the rest is ours. Oh, or dead. Oh my God, he didn't have the ace of hearts. That is annoying. As I said from the beginning, I was suspicious of his third seat. At least he didn't have the jack of hearts as well. His third seat opening bid. He had an ace queen of clubs and ace jack of diamonds only. I might have been more successful if I had played trumps immediately. But I was playing RF to have longer hearts than only 2. Anyway, next case, a spade, 2 diamonds. Let's use the power of our spades to block them. Forty imps is kind of extreme for this session. I can understand we should be losing, but 40 imps is a lot. Lots of hands that are very ordinary. We're losing 7 imps here, 7 imps there. These are all very ordinary hands. This we should have lost 4 or 5, not 7. Anyway, the play is the thing. Let's watch 4 spades here. Hmm. So let's defend that. So it looks like Rhoda is 5-1 in spades and diamonds. 4-3. That would be the most likely shape for her. Let's see if she shows out here or not. Yes, showing out means that she's probably 5-4-4-0, maybe 5-5. She discarded a club. Should be discarding this. She discarded a club. A club from 4 is strange. So I'll pay her for 5-3-0-5. Her first discard being club looks like 5. Discarding from a 4 card suitor could be expensive. So she has 3 hearts, yeah. And she'll lose 2 aces. Okay. Are we losing imps on this one too? 4 spades doesn't make. Or does it? Yes, it does. So we should be losing imps. Or spades loses 2 hearts in the club. So yes, we are losing games on that one too. Even before the score showed up, I knew that, but not 8. 8's again extreme. Nobody's bidding 5 diamonds. Not enough people are bidding 5 diamonds at least. Anyway, spade here. So let's say Ara bids something here. Suggesting that we clear the score. Okay. No, 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 no. Clear the score. Reset score. I don't mind the score, but I'll accept it. Accept the coach's suggestion. Not that it matters, but okay. Let's clear the score. And that's a pass. By the way, even if we were playing penalty doubles here, which are a bad idea, this is not a penalty double of 2 hearts. I don't have enough tricks. I have 3 heart tricks and basically nothing else. So we need a lot more than 3 tricks to double 2 hearts. Maybe it does. Maybe. 3 clubs. My hand is bid out at this point. I'm happy that she found some club fit with me, but I have no aspirations whatsoever in any direction other than being dummy at the lowest possible contract.
That's the wish of every beginner in the world, Paulo, is to be dummy.
I don't remember that. I always love to play. I know people who say, I don't like to play 1-0 trumps. That's a very common complaint.
Yeah.
But I don't like to play in general. Yeah, I don't think. I don't remember that.
So I got a question in Kibbs here. It says, should Paulo not have answered 2-no trump on the second round?
On what hand? This one that we're playing?
And she's wondering about 2-no trump after the 2 hearts.
And I'm not sure what is this about deal 18? Can we check? Let me see the
It's in the in the Kibitzers chat.
Oh, but I can see the Kibitzers chat at
No.
the table, only at our Zoom.
Yeah, so I'm just reading what was there. Should not Paulo have answered 2-no trump on the second round?
On the second round, let's see if we can deduce which hand. This hand here, not at all. Far from it. So no, Trump shows a lot of extras.
Okay,
I have
excellent.
13 high card points only. I have a minimum, and after the 2 hard overcall, sub-minimum opening bid. And by the way, 3-0 trumps doesn't make. So the Kibitzer was probably assuming that people would be defending hearts attacking hearts out all the time. But even if they lead hearts and see the dummy and then win their club trick, now they would shift to diamonds. And they still have time to win a lot of diamonds and ace king of clubs and the ace of spades. So both in a results-oriented thinking and technically, I don't have enough to bid
Perfect.
voluntarily over 2 hearts. I could, if looking at my heart holding, I could make a very bad. That's what I was explaining here. The double of 2 hearts would be tempting, but it's because I have great hearts. But I need more than that to suggest defending a 2-level contract.
Okay.
So my actions were pretty much marked after the 1 spade opened. Nice suit, Ira. 5 to the 9. Okay, claiming time. Not full versus full. This is the situation in which we can be extremely aggressive with our opening bids. So that's a 1 diamond opening bid. Undernourished, but still acceptable at these colors. And only at these colors, I would open 1 diamond bid. After big 1 spade. Natural bidding at its best. Fourth suit forcing. I should confess to a 3-card heart raise if I had it, but I don't. So it's a very simple 2-no trumps with a balanced hand and a club stopper. I might be 2-no trumps without the club stopper or with a very imaginary club stopper, the jack third of clubs, something like that. Mostly because we should not be overly concerned with stoppers in a suit that the opponents are not bidding. It's more important to distinguish between balanced and unbalanced hands. So let's say I had the ace of hearts doubleton and 3 clubs of the jack. To bid anything other than 2-no trumps would be a big distortion that would mislead voter much more than the simple 2-no trump with 3 to the jack. Okay, here. So now, if clubs are 5-2 with the ace of diamonds, we have only 6 stop tricks. We ideally would have to dislodge the ace of diamonds. So let's first see if clubs are 5-2, because if they are 4-3, then I will easily dislodge the diamond and make a bunch of tricks. 3 diamonds, 3 hearts, ace, king, and ace at least. Now, if they are not, I should probably, let's see, I should probably try to run maybe 5 hearts, ace, king, and ace, and a spade guess. But the club carding, especially the low club, return looks like he's signaling the ace of diamonds, but now hearts are 5-1, which mean that I have to hope for that. Because even if I get 4 spade tricks, it's still only 8. So now there's no recourse other than the diamond. And we'll go down. Looks like the ace is offside. So let's just claim down one. So it is. If we rule doubles, that's the mildest raise of diamonds is a double here. That's not enough to entice me to do anything. Having bid 2 diamonds, my job is over. I won't compete to 4 diamonds. This hand is kind of defensive in the sense that the queen of spades is a useless card for playing 4 diamonds and may be useful. Sometimes very useful for defending against spades. So, to me, sacrificing here 5 diamonds, for example, is out of the question. Okay, I'll first roll it. She might double with 2 to the queen. As I said, it was the mildest possible raise. Let's trust her. But this is not a rough and slough. Maybe we're promoting something in her hand. Okay, so we want our 3rd trick, and we will continue diamonds because the queen of spades isn't a funny looking card. Sometimes she roughs with a jack, something like that. Interesting. Be that she has 0 higher spades. It's hard to believe that because then Ira would not have ducked the 3rd diamond. Looks that pitch of a club looked a lot like fear of an overoff, but I may be wrong. Find out soon. So it was a different way to get there. I don't think we could beat it in any way. Interesting line of play by Aaron. I would have just roughed with the 8 and claimed my 9, 5 spades, a rough 6, 3 clubs, 9 tricks. It's double 3 clubs. I wasn't willing to open one club. Wolvers is not, even though we're in that position in which sometimes we take risks to help partner with the lead. But Wolvers is not, it was too risky. That said, now it's safe. And I don't believe they are going to play 3 clubs double. Not with my clubs. That's the main risk of doubling here. But most people don't have agreements geared towards that. Towards deciding intelligently that they should be playing in clubs when they have 7 clubs combined, something like that. Most people play that the redouble of 3 clubs shows willingness to play there. But of course, that means that he should have not only length, but also strength. He couldn't redouble with ace 4. Five of clubs. Five and 7. What was this alert again? He has a 4-card major. Okay. Considering shifting to a diamond. Let's do our exercise here. 9 high card points, 17 combined with dummy. So that leaves very little for Rhoda. A queen, maybe. Queen or king. Let's just see if she can announce the 10 of clubs. Okay. There you go, the 10 of clubs. Probably finesse hearts into north. I was afraid that I have a lot of clubs. We won't win the lead anyway, so let's leave Rhoda with the master club. He discarded a diamond from dummy, which he shouldn't. But now Rhoda, he has 4 diamonds, so it's just, where's the ace of spades? He's just playing for fun. Playing for fun. Well, Ira is away from the table. And again, that's a good spot for any suggestions, comments, questions. While we wait for Ira to return. The microphone is open. See if I can find an interesting deal to comment in the past. Their streak. Four hearts. We might have sacrificed in four spades, but as I said, it's 500. So we wouldn't get rich here. One no trump down two. It's a lot of ordinary boards, but opponents are playing quite well. So they're getting,
Nothing too exciting.
yeah,
So how did you and Rhoda get together, Paulo?
through Ryan Bluebach. She was asking him if he knew of a player, and we had just met in Louisville, me and Brian. And so he suggested that she should get in touch with me for us to play in Toronto. And the rest is history, as
Lovely.
they say.
Lovely.
Might double to diamonds here, only because of the vulnerability, but I don't like bidding with balanced hands. I would like my hand to be more like a 4-2-2-5 for this. I think a lot of points are lost, much more than people realize, by bidding with balanced hands and thereby helping the declarer in the play. Okay, so now Ira is suggesting hearts. He should have a 6-3 hand. And their heart fit should be 5-3. Unless Leon has excellent hearts. So we know quite a bit about the hand. And let's see, Leon apparently has the king of spades. He might have ace queen of hearts and ace of diamonds. But would he bid to no trumps without the ace of clubs? If he doesn't have the ace of clubs, I should shift to a club here. But I don't believe he'll bid to no trumps with only the king of spades and the ace of, and no ace of clubs, no club stopper at all. So I will not play a club here. If that is the case, we have to hope that Rhoda has ace of diamonds, and so we should be trying to get away dummy's third trump. That would allow the declarer to establish diamonds and run them from dummy. Rhoda should duck the right amount of diamonds, which is not easy. She has to divine without a lot of information. Well, now I gave her information, but before that play, if the player has a singleton diamond, that might not be good. But let's see. That's peculiar. I still believe he has ace of clubs. And therefore, I still believe that we should make him rough a spade in dummy, but he's apparently switching gears towards roughing clubs in dummy. Yeah. There's no rush for me to play a spade. If he wants to rough clubs, let him rough clubs. Rhoda still has the ace of diamonds and a heart stopper, I hope, for one down. There would have 5-1 or 5-2 in the reds. 3-3. 3-5-2-3. Yeah, only the club. Let him rough his club. Oh no, he didn't have the club. That's very strange to no trump bid. Might have fooled us. Probably did fool us. Or me, to be more honest. Now, we have to hope that Rhoda was, no, it is us because she could have won the ace of diamonds and cashed ace king of clubs if the card has a singleton diamond.
Oh, she's,
Pardon me?
just a minute.
If the card has a singleton diamond, we could have cashed 4 tricks long ago, but I think the player will still get a club, a diamond over rough or something like that. He needs to rough too much. And then with that singleton diamond, his hand is 5-1, 3 is 3-1, no, 3-5-1-4. So he still has a little club in his hand at this point that he'll lose to me. Even if he can draw trumps. He will lose that jack of clubs that we could have cashed at trick 4. He lost it at trick 13. Close escape, but in a sense that only reinforces how right it was not to play a club. Because if we defeat it, even when partner has the ace of clubs by playing a spade, then it's probably right to play a spade. The hand that I was imagining is something like ace, jack, 5th of hearts, and ace of clubs with Leon. They were both very aggressive. Ira doesn't have an acceptance of an invitation by my lights, even in spite of the heart fit. I would just be 3 diamonds with his hand and be playing 3 diamonds. Going down 1, just as the same, but that's because we have 3 clubs and we have quick tricks to cash. We could draw trumps and enjoy the hearts, then it would be much better for him. Anyway, here they're bidding my suits here and there all the time. Two of hearts means that we should be attacking. Hearts, even if the clear ducks, I will play Rhoda for the jack or 4. Probably the jack, because I don't think the guy would bid 3-0 with a doubleton jack, which is the holding with which we should play the queen, then the king. No, here, my discard should be a club. Not a very, not a very bombastic club, but a club. Because I don't want him to know about my spade leg yet. If he has 5-5 in the blacks, he can just run 9 tricks. But we didn't have 5. We have only 3 hearts and a spade. Looks like that's his plan. Making 3 diamonds and a heart 4. Spade 5, he needs only 5 club tricks. But there was a way to defeat, since we don't have enough enough tricks to be, we don't have enough hearts. Hearts are 4-4. Actually 4-3 they were. So we needed Rhoda to have the queen of spades instead of the jack and declare it to misguess it. We were almost there. Nice lead from Rhoda. But no cigar. Nice lead, but the patient died anyway.
Will this be the last hand, Paulo? Okay, it
Yes,
is. Thank
yes,
you.
there it is. Last hand. 24 in 2 hours. It's a good rhythm. 5 minutes per board.
It goes so quickly.
Let's see. There's still 1 to go. We'll see if it'll maintain that rhythm of 5 per board. Let's follow the theme of not beating with balanced hands. Rickson came and went. The Rick 3 son. Cubed Rick. Cubed Rickson. Now I will balance if it stops in 2 hearts. No, there's a balance. That's a completely different scenario. I have nice support for both on bid suits. Don't love the Queen of Hearts, but it's worth the risk of pushing them. And I have a problem with the lead. I will lead a club, but an unhappy club. I hate on the leading aces. Interesting that there was only 3 hearts in dummy, which means that Ira should have 5 hearts, unless they are playing a silly contract. Queen and king means that Ira has king jack of clubs, so maybe he will just run a lot of clubs and hearts. It's not impossible. King jack of clubs, nothing in hearts. He should have at least 1 more king to go. I'll just play this queen here. Just to make you worry about the hearts. Since it's doomed anyway. If he has Jack fifth of hearts, I'm dead anyway. Great lead. I'm leading better than Nigel Mansell, for those who know Formula One. Okay. Now, ace in the lead of a diamond would have been much better, but it's still pretty much against my religion to underlead an ace. And I'm paying for it.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. And it looks like Ira has the king of spades, so if I had an elite spade, it would be bad. So all kinds of bad. I think he'll always make it, to be honest, because we can't attack spades. So we would lose two diamonds, a heart and a spade, apparently. Three diamonds, a heart and a spade. No, not two diamonds, three, yes. Three diamonds would be enough. If I need a diamond, it's very easy to beat. Cash three diamonds and wait for a heart and a spade. So
Yeah.
session's over. Thanks, everybody.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Paulo.
Any questions of anybody here? If somebody has any
Everybody's so
technical
quiet.
question, everybody's very quiet. Yes,
Yeah.
and everybody's invited to ask or comment anything.
Paolo,
Yes,
would you open North's hand on board 13 if you were not vulnerable?
on board what?
13.
13. Let me just get this 13. You're speaking with Rhoda's hand?
Yeah.
No, I don't like opening with that many queens. No, I wouldn't open that hand in any vulnerability.
Right.
I would open if we were not vulnerable and my suit were hearts. I would make that distinction. So, because if I don't bid hearts with marginal hands, I may get blocked out of bidding them later. But with spades, that's much less likely, as it happened here. So this is a good example, like me. If we switch the major suits and they open, you pass, and they open one spade. Imagine you had hearts instead of spades. Now, for you to bid two hearts is much riskier than the actual situation with spades. So that's a good illustration of what I'm talking about. Marginal hands at the right vulnerability with hearts should be open. With spades, not necessarily.
Okay, thanks.
Sure. Anyway, thanks everybody. Thanks, Barbara, for hosting as usual.
Thank you, Paulo.
Thanks, and I'll see you next week.
Okie dokie.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah.
Bye, everybody.